You know, I do have tattoos. You know, I have several, I guess. I guess all in all, there's like 20 something. I've had kids come up, you know, I was thinking about getting that. And parents say, what did you tell them? Well, I said, if you can honestly come to me and tell me that Jesus said it's okay for you to do that, you know, all right. Knowing that the truth would be, he would never tell anybody to do that. I mean, I can't see Jesus saying, oh, I want you to go get that tattoo, you know? That's what the word describes as flesh. That's that old man, that old nature, that sin nature that wants to do those things. I did those to keep me from alcohol, drugs and stuff. I know when Jesus looks at me now, he doesn't see any of that. That's what his word says, right? I'm white as snow. So all that, he doesn't even know that's on there. So that's pretty cool, squeaky clean, you know, so I don't have to be like embarrassed to cover it up. I guess I had my first taste of alcohol when I was about 10 years old. It was at my sister's wedding. It was accidental. My one brother thought he was taking me to a juice fountain, and it was actually it was called a whiskey sour fountain, so it was an alcoholic fountain. So elementary school, I would sneak in and before I went to school and mix it in with my tea or something, you know, and do stuff like that. One day, I guess I was 11 maybe, 11 or 12, and at my bedroom window, I see this plant growing, and I'm like, wow, I wonder what that is. It was growing up right outside my bedroom window. And it was from those guys throwing what they call cleaning, you know, to prepare to roll. I guess my brothers would do it and throw the seeds out the window. And it naturally grew there. The darn thing was about 6 foot tall. It looked like a Christmas tree. Went in, looked it up in the dictionary, and found out that this was, they called it hemp, right? Which is marijuana. So from there, you know, I started drying that stuff out myself and smoking it, and didn't do anything at first, you know, but then started getting involved in more potent stuff. And methamphetamine was the thing at the time. Yeah, they called that speed, and we would sell speed and take speed, and I was just a wreck, you know. My body was a wreck. And pot and cocaine and various other things, Quaaludes and stuff like that. I guess I was in my 20s, and in a bathroom after being on cocaine, and you know, basically dragged myself into a bathroom, and I wasn't saved again. And I remember looking in the mirror and just having a voice. I don't know if it was myself or what it was, but just, you know, saying, I don't want that for you, you know. And that was a pretty heavy thing. Woody and Tina, their name. And so I'd work with them, and you know, we'd get working, and Woody would tell me a little bit about Jesus. And I was like, shut up. And he's like, oh, okay. So obedient, you know, never forced it in my face, never beat me over the head. It was one night we were gathered together for dinner in their home, and finished up, and they got up, and Tina says, hey, we're gonna go to church. You wanna come? I looked, I went, nah, you know, I think I'll bypass that tonight. And so I'm sitting in their kitchen. And again, I hear this, you need to go. They're getting ready to go, and I'm looking around. I'm like, what? I hear you need to go. So Tina comes out. I said, I will go with you. And she just stood there staring at me. And then she went, really? I went, yeah. Jumped in the car and went. And, you know, that's Calvary Chapel, Philadelphia. You know, I went in, and Joe Foch is the pastor there, and he was teaching the Word of God, and I never knew what that really was. But everything that was coming out of his mouth was answering everything that was in my head. And I kept turning and asking Woody, I'm like, hey, you know, bumping him on the shoulder, hey, you know, how's this guy know what I'm thinking? And he's like, it's not him. Ah, yeah, right, you know. It's just, yeah, right, yeah, it's not him, right, yeah, who is it? So that night brought that out, sitting there listening to that. The battle was on, and I just remember Jesus saying in my head, I want you just for myself. And now I'm sitting in the middle of 2,000 to 3,000 people looking around saying, what? And then the enemy right there, Satan's right there. The devil's right there. He's real, you know. And he was, you're hearing things, you know. You're going crazy. You're losing your mind. This isn't real. Jesus, very patient and steadfast. I want you just for myself. Woody, great friend. They were singing a song at the end of that message, come as you are. If you want to know Jesus today, come as you are. That night I told Satan to get lost because I knew it was real. And I went down and I asked Jesus to come into my life that night. And that changed my life. Can I say that it was all hunky-dory after that? No. Is it a struggle? Yeah, it's a battle. It's a fight. People say, oh, you found Jesus. No. You know, he found me. You know, I didn't find him. You know, he searched and he was looking for me. You know, so that's what he does. That's what he does. He takes junk and makes it new. You know? And being a car guy, being around cars and junkyards and salvage yards and stuff like that, you know, you can picture that, you know? You go in, you find a car that's just dilapidated, and you bring it out and you make it look like new. Well, that's my Jesus. He searched the salvage yards of this world. You know, he found this junker, took it home, continuing this day to fix it up, to make it the vessel that he desired it to be. Not done yet.